Welcome to another episode of Ankle Sore and North Club Corner, our first instalment for 2025.
So join in the chorus.
We've received so much feedback from you all to make Club Corner a weekly thing, so we're happy to say you got your wish, right or wrong. Who said that in that movie, right or wrong? Not Robert De Niro, the other bloke. Same old story, Vito. Round one is done and dusted, and we've got beat by 16 points in a gallant effort.
I know you're not a music buff like I am, but there's an Aerosmith song from the 70s called
Well, I'm out.
It's the same old story, same old song and dance. And that's exactly what that is.
The audience has just lost their mind out there. It's obviously Andrew, but they've got a good voice.
Do you reckon, look at the big Steve Tyler?
Yeah, I reckon you could.
Hair,
Yeah.
have the mullet and then the bald patch.
You could do that.
Yeah.
Same old story.
Well, am I wrong or right? You tell me.
Jeez,
You
mate.
tell me, mate. Honestly, it's the same.
Okay, firstly, what were your thoughts during the week in your mind and leading up? Were you getting sucked into the media saying that North were a chance because of the outs?
Yes, yep.
Sucked in, or
Yeah.
you honestly believe?
I actually thought we could. I said last week, I said to you, if we can't beat them with all these outs, and we didn't. So
Yep.
that's what I mean by the same old story. Just can't win, can't go out there. Early on, it was just non-existent for the first 20 minutes.
They didn't, yeah. So they got,
You agree?
yeah, they got beat in the first 15 minutes comprehensively.
Intensity,
Yep. Scoreboard, obviously.
scoreboard obviously, which intensity becomes scoreboard. Caleb Daniel cost us early. I'm not even dragging him.
I said,
You did, I know.
I said it in the other show. I said, well, Caleb Daniel was playing for the Dogs in the first 10 minutes. 3 turnovers, gave up a goal.
Nerves got the best of him.
Played well for them early. Then realised he was playing for North.
He was good. He was good for the rest of them.
Yeah, look, he was good. He didn't make any mistakes after that. He settled down. And, yeah, let's be honest, your first game for your new club, it's against...
Your old
and
club,
you're a premiership player of that club. So I guess it would have been a little bit difficult.
It's easy for us to say, but it would have been tough.
Yeah, yeah.
In front of his old crowd as well. It was their home game.
Oh, absolutely.
I can understand that. Well, thoughts on the three? Well, we've spoken about Daniel, Parker and Darling. I thought Darling was very, very good.
He was.
Worked hard all night. He was always presenting, went in the ruck and gave Sherry a chop out, took a couple of marks, kicked a couple of goals. I thought he was very, very good. That's a great get.
Kicked a big goal at an important moment, something that I know Larky has been doing that over, we've won 9 games in 3 years. So, but he took a big mark, kicked a big goal, and we need that, throughout the year. And I think the reason, I realised last night, being there live, the reason why they got Darling was to keep Darling in the square, help Sherry in the ruck, isolate him with probably the best defender, let's be honest.
Yeah.
And that would allow Larky and Zerha to do their thing higher up. And it sort of worked at times.
Before I go to Zerha, Parker, what did you think of that? He's the third one. I thought he was probably the less alike of 3 of them.
Yeah, you saw it on TV, I saw it live. There was a few little things I didn't mind live that I saw.
Well, gee, you might have seen there.
Look, there were moments where players, I remember one specific moment where Sheasel had the ball deep on the boundary line inside 50, and you could see Parker directing traffic, sort of pointing, going, "This is, you're squaring this, don't go, you're not having a shot."
Yeah.
In the middle, in between goals, you could see him sort of marshalling, and I think that's why they got him. Yeah, he got 18 possessions, and that's what you're going to get from him. I'd like to see him get on the scoreboard.
That's what I was going to say. I'm not fussed if he gets 18 or 20 touches. He's not going to get 40 touches, I know that.
But his leadership's what?
His leadership's
Is what he's going to be.
But I want him to kick a goal or 2 here and there just to help out, you know what I mean?
So early, we won't go too deep in the game yet, but early they were rattled.
Yeah,
they were rattled. Were they rattled because it was round one? It was, round one. Like it can
They
get.
go into that game thinking, they've got a lot of outs of dogs, it'll just happen. That's crazy.
Yeah.
They can't afford to do that. They're not that good.
Yeah, because they're immature in the mind. So they would have been reading their own media and they would have thought, we can walk over this and we'll be right.
So all three, we summoned those 3 up. Parker was okay as well.
Look, they've recruited well. Those 3 are going to be good recruits, and now I've seen it in the flesh. Okay. But like I said 2 weeks or last week, they won't win because I don't trust them. And I said in the last episode that it's all good and well having ability. You're in this comp because you have ability, except for a couple of players.
I've had a few people.
But it's the capability, and there's 2 different words.
Correct.
And they are not capable of winning a game. Last night at three-quarter time,
I know, it was there for the...
it was there.
And again, the fight happens in the first 10 minutes of that quarter. Bulldogs went bang,
Gone.
bang, bang. See you later.
So in our personal press conference that we spoke about last night, 20 minutes beat North. Or let's say...
Half an hour.
Half an hour, good. Yeah, first 15 minutes of the game and the first 15 minutes of the last quarter.
So in between...
So what happens there?
So in between that, though, but it's the same old story in that regard, and I'll tell you why, and then I'll tell you another thing. And many times have we spoken about this, where North cough up goals quickly and they can't stop it.
They can't.
And this has happened for years. And
Yeah,
the other side is, in between all that, North probably controlled it. The young fella sitting on...
He's right.
Was probably right when he said North controlled a lot of that game.
They did.
But again, they couldn't finish the job. So, and the thing, I was getting messages on my phone going, oh, you must be livid. I thought I was going to be, but I'm not, because I'm just expected it.
You went quiet via the text, even though I shouldn't have been texting. But you went quiet in that third quarter when we were coming. Was the third quarter? Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm not...
Same old. You were saying same old.
Yeah, I just don't trust them.
Yeah.
And I said, like you said last week, I don't trust them. I'm tipping Bulldogs. And you were right. Again, exactly what you said happened.
Oh, they also fell over in major areas. They got beaten badly down back.
Okay.
Badly down back. Let's start down back.
Go down back just quickly. We
Logue's
won't go too long on these.
I don't know. I'm not sure if Logue
he's playing or not.
had any impact. Did he have any impact?
No, I thought he was horrible. What's Charlie Comben doing?
If you've seen the last two episodes, I've gone hard on him.
He's just got...
I sent you a text and I said it in the last episode. Oh, he's not up to AFL standard.
I don't know. He just hasn't got a brain, or just goes straight ahead and doesn't think. I don't know what it is. But there's one there. I don't know. You might know what I'm talking about. The ball's going to go out of bounds. Or he's just jumped into the Sydney players back.
Yeah.
Why would you do that?
But why?
Why?
What about the one where he blatantly pushed Darcy?
Yeah.
The push. Took a mark. I thought, you could have probably marked that without having to push.
Or he could have just given a little bit of a,
So is he a defender?
You know what I said?
I'm not sure what he is, to be honest.
To a few people? If you want to play him, mate, play him forward. But you know what the problem is? They've got no one back.
Can't play him. Yeah, well, you got no one back.
You can't play forward. They've got
you can't play him forward.
I'm
The jury's out on him. It really is. His body looks like it's made of paper. I did say in a couple of episodes that he quit. He came off. He came off with 10 minutes to play.
And Core...
he just came off, limped off, and that was the end of it for him.
Core was...
Well, yeah, say about Core what you said to me.
Tries his guts out, mate. He tries his guts out. And sometimes I feel for him because I'm thinking, bloody hell. Bloke's not a big defender, but he'll try and spoil, he'll chase, he'll harass. I'll give him credit because... And talent-wise, he's not the biggest talent in the world, but... Mate, you got to hand it to him. So... We've still got issues. Luke McDonald, butchering...
And that's the thing. And this is what I also think. They kicked 17 goals. North kicked 14. 14's about what North were going to kick. They conceded, and Andrew said it, they conceded goals in the first minutes of every quarter.
Yep.
So there's 4. Let's say the first goal of the game, the first goal of the second quarter, the first goal of the third quarter, and the first goal of the last quarter.
Yeah.
There's 4. 17 minus 4 is 13.
Yeah.
They probably should have won that game by a goal or 2.
Yeah. Okay. So,
but again, they didn't have the capability.
So midfield. We're going to spend the whole time. I thought Sheasel, as much as he got, probably his worst North game is that.
The 3 of them couldn't kick the ball to save themselves.
Him, LDU was okay.
He was okay.
I thought Simpkin was the best of them.
Yeah.
I'll tell you one.
Simpkin was the best of them.
I'll tell you one bloke that for me, it's only been round 1, I know, but he's earned his spot for next week. Costanti.
Yep.
Mate.
5 tackles in the third quarter.
Mate, he has a crack.
Yeah.
He doesn't give up. He chases. He harasses. Gets the ball. And actually knows how to use a football.
Does.
Smart.
Does.
I like what I see there. That's one plus.
He reminds me of a junior Tom Papley.
Yes.
In a way,
Get that little bit of mongrel in him,
I thought Hanson Jr.'s probably held his spot. I didn't think he was that bad.
No, he was okay. He was okay.
When they were going and they had their momentum,
he done a few good things.
He done a few good things. Yeah, on the wing, on the broadcast side.
He
was in a few chains. He was in a few links. He did the right thing. He hit up. There was a couple of nice hit ups.
Yeah.
So I reckon he's held his spot in a team where you don't have to do much to hold your spot in this side.
No,
you don't.
No, not these. No,
you don't.
No, I agree with you. So, this is the bloke I was going to talk about, Cameron Zerha. We're going to the forward line. 1 4 and 1 out of bounds or 2 out of bounds.
Yep.
What he's going like that last kick of the. I know it doesn't matter. We're going to lose the game anyway. But there's a couple of plays he could eat up with a few seconds to go. Why do you have to kick the goal? Why do you have to go back and
kicked on the full?
His kicking style's terrible, isn't it?
It's strange.
It's
Yeah.
not going to go straight through. It's going to go, into Docklands nightclub.
Yep. Is he an enigma as far as you got to cop the good with the bad?
Probably.
Next week he kicks 5.
Perhaps.
Because that's what Gerrard does.
Yeah, perhaps.
It's annoying, but we've seen footies over history that do that. It just annoys you that you never see the best of them always.
I agree. Well, on that,
Paul Curtis?
talking about he didn't do enough throughout the night. Kicked 3 and nearly pulled them over the line, to be honest. But
Nah, I kicked 3 in junk time.
yeah, he did. Yeah, you're right.
I would have liked him to kick 3. He kicked 3 in a row.
If he kicks,
It would have been great for him to kick 3 in a row in the second quarter.
changes the completion.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, you're right. You're right, but still, he's got ability. We know that, but he's got to do more throughout the game, not just go missing for too long.
Yeah. What do you think of the young kid, Finn O'Sullivan?
Okay, yeah, he's
Cross half
composed.
back.
Yeah, he's composed.
Yeah.
He's composed. He's going to be very good for us, but it's going to take time, of course. You were saying about next week, but so we're going on to that. What do you think of next week, just quickly?
Well, they're gonna struggle because, like I keep saying, I can't see they're not capable of winning until
I think Melbourne will win comfortably.
they've lost Jackson Archer. Obviously, he got a 3-week suspension.
You heard the fella pick North.
He's picked North on. Yeah, not sure.
I can't see. You can okay.
No.
I'll finish it with. Will you be staggered if North win?
Yeah, I would be this week.
Yeah, I would be too.
I think that was one that got away. It was. I did not know what to make of last night for a long time.
Okay, now that the dust is settled, as they say, what do you actually think?
Of what last night, or
terrible? Was it okay? Was it good in patches?
look, they were good. They just worked too hard for reward, and then the opposition finished off and got not easy goals, but they seemed to get goals on the back of reward. We didn't get rewarded, and that's our own problem. Disposal was poor, decision making at time was poor, and they hung in there.
Bad.
They hung in there,
Bad.
but they didn't get whacked. But
Making we can talk about that all night, but
that's right.
The only thing I'd say is the only thing that got to me is the way the Dogs got there. I mean, easy goals that they kicked over the top.
Yeah.
As soon as North lost it through the middle, going back the other way, it was over the top, running to an open goal.
I want to ask you about a situation there where we switched the ball to McKercher.
Yeah.
McKercher dropped the
It
ball.
wasn't a great kick to him, but he had to mark that.
Yeah.
He had to mark that. It was right.
I thought McKercher fumbled a bit.
No, he didn't play well. I didn't think so.
Vandermeer got a goal. Vandermeer kicked 3. 2 off.
You're in trouble when he kicks 3.
Yeah, you are.
You're in trouble when he kicks.
He had a night out.
I think Dersman needs to come back if he's not injured.
Not sure where he's at.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's injured or not.
Yeah.
Not. Bring him in, mate.
Bring him in. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, look, I think Melbourne wins next week. I'm not sure what to think. I'm going to give North 4 or 5 rounds before I start to say anything.
Then they've got a tough 4 or 5 rounds. One final question.
Final question?
Yeah, it's going to be all. Yeah. The coach, ALASTAIR CLARKSON. Where is he? Where is he at?
Well, I don't know if you saw, because I know you were there, but they interviewed him before the game and he had a spring in his step and he was bouncing, and even the commentators said, geez, this is the best we've seen him for he had all those issues previously. Mm-hmm. It looks like he's on the job, and so look, I don't know. I really, and then I'm not just trying to cop it out and go, I really don't know.
I mentioned in another episode. Well, I mentioned another episode that is he getting tactically beaten? He's been in the system as a coach for 20 years. He's the longest serving coach, I reckon, at the moment. Now that Longmire's moved on, and Scott was there. Yeah, I think Clarkson coached before the Scott brothers, so he's the longest serving coach.
Are you saying the game's changed to the point where maybe his coach
what I'm saying is
standing up?
No, not so much that. I think coaches' methods and philosophies don't change.
And you're saying that the modern game has?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's interesting. That's a fair
Has
point.
he put North in a good enough position to say at the end of this year,
Perhaps.
I'm moving on and it's time?
Perhaps, and then a younger coach.
Because what happens?
A younger coach comes in with his mindset and
Yeah.
plays the modern game. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I'm not going to call.
Well,
it yet.
what happens if they go 3-19?
Yeah, he probably needs to. It needs to be a mutual thing.
So it's definitely a watch this space.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not going to call it yet.
Yeah. There you have it, our first episode of North Club Corner 2025 in the books. Let us know in the comments your thoughts about North. Have they improved or have things stayed the same? We love reading your comments and we'll reply to all of you. See you in the next one.